For me, I'm one of those people that actually not just says food as medicine, but I actually study food as medicine, whether it's green tea, whether it's soy, whether it's tomatoes, whether it's stone fruit, peaches and plums. Well, the first thing that I think that's a important myth to bust is that in order to eat healthy, you have to cut stuff out of your life, right? That's the thing that bums the people out the most. That's the thing that makes diets unsustainable because, human nature abhors deprivation. When somebody tells you you can't do something, your brain automatically triggers this switch that says, well, maybe just once or maybe more, right? So I've, again, sort of tried to flip that discussion around to say, could we actually add foods to our diet? What foods should we add? Because if we can focus on the foods that are supported by science that help us prevent disease and lower disease, ameliorate diseases, help treat diseases, frankly, that's food as medicine, then we're actually doing something positive. So that's the first myth is you got to remove everything that you love. I would tell you that the opposite is true. You can actually add food that you love. And my motto, by the way, is love your food to love your health, because that's what you want to line up. Those are the two sites that you want to light up when you're actually staring at your dinner plate. In fact, is really one of the most powerful healthcare interventions that we can do for ourselves, because food is the medicine that we put into our body 3 times a day. That's called food is medicine. You put good stuff into your body's going to last longer. The science is now telling us that there are things that we can deliberately choose. It's not food versus medicine, it's food and medicine that can help our treatments work better. I wanted to share with you one of my favorite fruits. This is a peach, one of my favorite summer fruits, juicy. You can smell the fragrance. The peach actually comes from Asia. Actually was transplanted and transported along the Silk Road. And it's got chlorogenic acid. This is actually a bioactive that actually does a lot of things. It cuts off the blood supply to tumors. It actually helps to protect stem cells, your health defenses. Also good for gut health, and it's also got a good amount of dietary fiber. But the interesting thing about chlorogenic acid is it actually helps your metabolism by fighting body fat. So you can activate your good fat and fight your bad fat using chlorogenic acid. Plus, it's just a juicy, great fruit to select during the summer. What you want to do is you want to smell it, and it should actually smell really good. And by the way, yellow peaches actually tend to be a little bit sweeter and juicier than white peaches, but white peaches are also delicate and great. Well, so there's a whole field of research that was developed in the 1970s by a researcher named Dr. Michael Sporn from the National Cancer Institute, looking at the opportunity of intercepting cancer before it becomes a clinical problem. This whole idea of cancer prevention. Originally, it was looking at chemicals that could prevent cancer from starting in its early stages. Then it became angioprevention, which is can we interfere with angiogenesis so the cancers actually can't grow a blood supply as a way of controlling it. And now we know that there's plenty of foods that have been studied that actually have been shown to be associated with the reduced risk of cancer, whether it's green tea, whether it's soy, whether it's tomatoes, whether it's stone fruit, peaches and plums. There's a plethora. In fact, I read about more than 100 different foods in my book, You Could Beat Disease, that actually have various abilities to impact on angiogenesis towards health. Well, you'll be happy to know that I got a list of foods called Grand Slammers. So these foods activate all 5 of the health defense systems in one fell swoop, one shot. So let me just read some of them to you. Apricots, mangoes, peaches, carrots, eggplant, kale, green tea, walnuts, squid ink. Here, that's the one from left field. You know that like squid ink pasta, black pasta? That it's the ink is actually what the squid uses, like an octopus, to squirt into the water to escape from a predator. That's actually used in Mediterranean cultures. It's delicious. I really love it to cook with it. That also activates all of your body's health defense systems. Okay, so those are some of the grand slammers. This is a pear, and the reason pears are so great are the fact that they've got chlorogenic acid, which is a bioactive, also found in apples, that can actually activate your metabolism and help you burn down harmful body fat. And chlorogenic acid is also anti-angiogenic, meaning it actually stops blood vessels from growing to tumors. Pretty cool.
One of the things that I love about pears is that it's got a lot of dietary fiber. So an average pear has got about 5 or 6 grams of dietary fiber per pear. And a study from MD Anderson showed that just having that amount of dietary fiber can lower the risk of tumor progression or death by about 30% in one study where they looked at people with melanoma on immunotherapy. And so here is actually a food that can actually make medical treatments work better. Dietary fiber, pear, one of my favorites.
Berries, and we started talking about berries, have this ellagic acid and anthocyanins. Dark berries like blueberries, blackberries, and even strawberries. You know, anthocyanin is a kind of a reddish, purplish natural dye that is anti-androgenic, immune-boosting activity. Eating berries actually is really helpful for your health defenses. So that's, by the way, if you have berries, please don't put tons of sugar on them. Let Mother Nature's sugar, most berries are not that sweet.
The next food we're going to talk about is papaya.
Now, most people don't think about papaya as a cancer-fighting food, but this is actually sort of an oblong, football-sized and kind of oval-shaped fruit, tropical. When you cut it open, when it's ripe, it's actually bright orange inside with little black seeds. You scoop out the seeds, and the flesh, when it's ripe, is absolutely delicious. You can just eat it out with a spoon, slice it up, put it onto a plate, and just have it for breakfast, have it after dinner for dessert. Absolutely delicious. Now, papaya has been shown to actually lower the risk of lung cancer.